Let's talk about side hustles. So this topic has been something that I've been wanting to talk about in a fairly long time, but I was hesitant about it for good reasons. Number one, not many employers will be happy about their employees taking on side hustles. And number two, I'll start to realize how much of a workaholic I am. But putting those aside, here are some hustles that I do, and I hope that it will encourage you guys to take up some side hustles on your free time to churn some extra cash. And the side hustles that I might do might be very unique to me because of the different skill sets that I have, but believe me, there are many different people out there who might need your special skill set in something that you're good at. So it could be things like cutting hair, it could be walking a dog, pet sitting, food delivery, and many more. But nowadays, there are so many different options out there, and all we really need to do is to really just take action. In recent times, more and more young Singaporeans are taking on side hustles to earn extra money outside of their careers. And with inflation coming in hot, it kind of shows us that having just one income stream might not be the most safe idea anymore.
Is it safe? No, it's not safe.
Like with everything in life, there are pros and cons to side hustles, and I think that should be something that we need to talk about first. So one of the largest cons to a side hustle is the amount of energy it takes. And to be honest, sometimes the amount of energy a side hustle needs is insanely crazy. So for example, imagine if you're working 9 to 5 at a day job, and then you have a quick meal, and then after that you start on your side hustles for another 2 to 3 hours to earn an extra $100. This means by the time you're done with everything, you're looking at hitting the sack at something like around 10 or 11 PM with your whole body feeling tired or being mentally drained out. And then the next day comes and you have to be focused on your day job, and after your day job, your side hustles again, and the cycle continues.
The cycle never ends.
And after a long period of time, you start to feel exhausted and eventually you get burned out. So side hustles can and will take up a lot of energy. So the second thing to look out for is the additional stress. And like any other job in the world, having a side hustle comes with its own set of stress as well. So let's say you finish a photography job, and chances are you might need to chase the customer for payment. And some companies might pay after 30 days, some after 45 days, and some might even take 90 days. And during this period of time, you might need to continue your day job, which might get you distracted. And when you get distracted, one of two things happen. You either get distracted at your day job, or you get distracted by your day job and you totally forget about payment. So this is something that you might want to think through before starting a side hustle. And lastly, a side hustle requires quite a lot of patience to build up. So this is probably one of the biggest challenges of any side hustles out there. When you first start out, you might not get many jobs and things might get really challenging and demotivating. And without enough greed, many would just quit and say that it's not worth it for them. But remember, you need to give yourself some time to keep trying before you call it quits. So right now, side hustling might seem really challenging, but to me, I personally feel that side hustles have more pros than cons. And the most obvious one is actually the supplementary income or the additional income stream. And granted that this income stream isn't the most steady one available out there, but once in a while, you might get yourself a big surprise. And as you dabble into your side hustles, you'll find yourself networking with more people because you're providing a service to another group of people or another person. And sometimes the people that you meet during your side hustles are people that you'll never meet if you solely rely on your day job. And at the same time, as time goes by, you start growing your network, and it can be more beneficial for you in terms of your career, because you never know if your side hustle customer might be hiring someone to do work for them on a longer term basis. So as funny as this one seems, the side hustles that I do is kind of a break for me from the 9 to 5 work that I do. So I write content for a company in my 9 to 5, and on my free time, I do some photography and videography for other people. So if your day job is crunching numbers every single day, having a side hustle that is totally different might be something good to have, that you can refresh your mind and give yourself some form of relaxation. If you're still watching the video and feel that there are more pros than cons in side hustles, then share with me what are some of the side hustles that you potentially do or you are already doing, and what are the side hustles you can consider looking forward to earn extra income. So the current side hustles that probably pays me the most is photography. So I do take photos for people on the weekend on some popular places in Singapore. And as tourism starts to open up, this might become something that might start picking up as well. But one of the challenges with photography is the investment in equipment and a number of things you need. So I do have a camera that I'm filming off right now, I have a MacBook, I have some SD cards, I have a couple of lenses, and some other peripherals that you need to do photography. So during a typical shoot, it will take roughly between 1.5 to 2 hours, and I roughly earn about $100 per session. And it will be nice, of course, to have multiple bookings or multiple sessions in one day, But one of the challenges that I face is that my devices run out of juice really quickly, which is why the people at Orki reached out and sent over a power bank. So this power bank is a PBY37, which is a 20,000 mAh 65 watt PD power bank. So you might think that this power bank is just used to charge my phone when I'm on shoot, but you are wrong. So when you have multiple shoots in a single day, things can get really challenging with SD cards, and the last thing you want as a photographer is to have your SD cards failing on you, and hence after a shoot, it's always best to have a copy saved in another location, and in this case, it's my MacBook. And transferring data can take quite some time, and it can ultimately drain the batteries of the MacBook. So the large capacity of the PBY37 and the ultra high charging PD output allows me to charge my MacBook if I have multiple shoots in a single day. So this allows me to have a duplicate copy of my images in my MacBook, and if I wanted, I could also do minor editing of a previous shoot to ensure that I can deliver my services on time. So the PBY37 has comprehensive protection which prevents overcharging, and the best thing about this is that it's plane friendly, which is super awesome because I can take this around when I need to travel. And the power bank comes with an 18-month warranty, which in an unlikely event something goes wrong with the power bank, you can reach out to the people at Orki for assistance. So you can check out this power bank on Orki's website, which I will leave in the description down below. So the second side hustle I have is to do video production work, which happens once in a while. So these are a little bit more unstable, but sometimes we do get multiple video shoots happening within a quarter itself. And lastly, the least paying side hustle for me, ironically, is YouTube. So to be honest, I do spend a lot more time than I should doing YouTube videos, but it's just something that I really enjoy doing. And it's kind of like my side hustles of my side hustles because I'm using existing skills that I already have, and I also have existing pieces of equipment, so that was why I started this channel. But if you're watching this video and you're thinking to yourself, I don't have a camera, I don't have any skills, there are still side hustles that you can do, like food delivery, which takes almost no skill except maybe cycling. And personally, I think that that's an amazing side hustle because by doing multiple deliveries, which I think you would be doing anyway, you can earn extra cash and at the same time burn some calories and keep yourself fit. And if you're doing food delivery, you will need to have the Orki PBY37 power bank to ensure that your devices have power all the time. If food delivery is not something you like and you prefer something that you can do from home, Fiverr will be a pretty good bet as well. So on Fiverr, you're able to provide almost any type of virtual service from content writing, translation, voiceover, voice editing, proofreading, and many more. But at the end of the day, there are so many potential opportunities out there that you can leverage to start a new side hustles and to earn some extra money. But the only thing left now for you is to weigh the pros and the cons yourself and think through if doing a side hustle will be something you want to take action on and start working on, or whether the cons outweigh the pros. And for this, only you yourself will know the answer. So this brings us to the end of today's video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and turn on the notifications. And as always, stay safe, invest safe, and I'll see you in the next one.